pull all of that together, but focus particularly on the VAT increase this week. And eNCA's John Bailey is reporting the story for us in the newsroom. Let's start off with the special panel that the Davis Tax Committee is putting together, John, to look at zero rating value-added tax items. What's the actual remit here? What's it been tasked to do?
Well, Jeremy, you know, when the government announced that they will increase VAT from 14 to 15%, they said that this is the least detrimental and the most certain way of generating revenue in the country. So what this panel will do is that they will have to review the list of the 19 items that's currently zero rated for VAT. And they will also look at the most effective ways to mitigate the impact of the VAT increase on poor and low-income houses. And at the same time, they will also look at the possibility of increasing the number of food items that will become zero rated for VAT. And at the same time, there will also be the issue of looking at programs such as the National School Nutrition Program and the food stamps to see how more effective these programs can be used to assist the poor in the country.
John, is there any indication at this point as to who is going to sit on that panel?
Well, Professor Ingrid Woolard from the University of Cape Town, she has been appointed to lead this progress or the program over the next few months, and then in the next 2 weeks we will see the entire panel will be announced, as well as their terms of reference and an indication of the type of work that they will have to do. Now, throughout this process, they will engage with different stakeholders. They will engage with unions, with civil society, with churches as well, to get as wide and a view from civil society as to how best to address this issue of the VAT increase, but also how to address the issue of what can be done to address the plight of the poor in the country.
What do we know about those engagements with unions, with civil society organizations? Have they yielded anything positive?
Well, what we do know is that when the announcement was made, there was an outrage by the unions and also most in civil society, especially the churches, saying that this will definitely have a detrimental impact on the poor in the country. So what we do know is that the unions, a union like the South African Federation of Trade Unions, they've said that they've welcomed the setting up of this panel and they wish them well, but they do not agree with the increase in the VAT. And in fact, they want VAT to be scrapped entirely in the country, because they say that whatever happens in terms of if you increase taxes, it will have an impact on the poor. And they say that the terms of reference for this panel should not just be limited to food stuff. It should also include other issues like school fees and books as well, because that has a direct impact on the poor. And in fact, what they are saying that all food items in the country should actually be zero rated for VAT.
And John, finally, given that many poorer South Africans are going to be hit hard once this VAT increase comes into effect next week, the panel itself, has it been given any deadline to deliver those recommendations? I'm assuming here that time has got to be of the essence.
Absolutely, Jeremy. So by the 30th of June this year, the panel will have to present a preliminary report to the President and to Cabinet with their recommendations as to how best their best recommendations for how to address the issue of the VAT increase and the impact that it's going to have on the poor. And as I said, how best to come up with plans to mitigate the impact that it will have, because certainly it will have quite a tremendous impact on the poor in this country.